My name's Kevin Palmer. I'm the CEO of Palmer International. Been with Kanna for 16 months, and this is my Kanna story. So I call it more of a jack of all trades, master of none. I mainly played lacrosse and soccer, but I also played tennis, ran track, a little bit of swimming, a little bit of football, so quite a number of different sports, but lacrosse and soccer were my main ones. I ended up not continuing on in college with lacrosse, even though I went to play initially. And that's hard. It's hard when your whole childhood's based about competition like that. So that was tough kind of transitioning. Of course, I played intramural sports and stuff of that nature, but varsity, I kind of gave up at that point. But quickly after I graduated, I wouldn't say I was religiously a fitness nut because I wasn't, but I bounced around from a lot of different non-CrossFit gyms over the last 5 or 10 years. And my wife actually came into Kanna at one point to try some private lessons, to try to switch up or change up her workout routine. And I ended up picking her up maybe 15 minutes before the workout ended, and I watched the last 15 minutes and I just instantaneously became hooked. It kind of fills that hole that was in my life, even though I'm much older now. It gives you that like high intensity and competitiveness that you kind of long for when you were playing sports when you were a kid. As intense as I believe I am, she's twice as intense. So she is very, very competitive. I enjoy working out with her, but she will always beat me, at least 90% of the time. I think we were doing a WOD with Justin a week or two ago, and the workout after the WOD, kind of the stretch part and stuff, he had us doing planks for as long as we could do it, just Stacy and myself. And I knew when he said that I was going to lose because she will never go out of a plank. She'll stick there forever. And sure enough, yeah, she waited till I collapsed on the floor and beat me. So I love it, but I know I'm going to lose, and I'm okay with that. I think over the last 10 years, I'm going to say I joined maybe 8 different gyms in the area. And I will say Kanna is very unique. The culture here has so much to do with the socialization. And I will say that the staff and the coaches, they are very technically astute at the CrossFit movement. But they don't drop the job when they leave or they stop coaching. And that's what's different than all the other gyms in the area that I've found, at least, is that they stay involved with you even on a social level, whether sometimes it might be go have a beer together, but also Facebook, Instagram, and social media outlets as well. And they're much more than coaches. I don't know how that culture is created here, but hats off to the staff. It's quite unique. I'm 51 years old. I got a lot of friends with bad backs. It happens. And what you learn is the root of the bad back is really your core, your hand, and specifically with the deadlift, getting your hamstrings and your glutes in shape, and your lower back, and I can't even picture having a bad back now. It doesn't even come into play, and I can lift anything off the ground. It definitely feeds into everyday life for me, at least. I've been with my family business that my grandfather started since 1994 is when I started in the company, and been CEO since 2005. In my position, I have to be on top of it and competitive, and I think having an outlet that reinforces those types of behaviors at Kanna is helpful. And it's like a lot of small businesses. It's your life, right? It's your life. I'm 24/7. That's my life. Of course, when my kids were growing up, that was more my priority. But now certainly, my career is number one. So I need an outlet to break away from that. And Kanna's the perfect kind of refuge and escape from that. When you walk through that door over there, you forget about your work, and it's time to play and play hard. Honestly, I did not know much about CrossFit. Obviously, I watched my wife Stacy do a little bit during that one day, but I didn't really know a lot about it. I have a friend in Rochester, New York who's really into it. He'd been talking to me a little bit, talking about Olympic lifts and stuff, and I kind of had some images of that, but I really didn't know much about it. And honestly, the last gym I belonged to was the class was a pseudo CrossFit class, so I'd done some things, but not a lot. So when I first came here, that was my first real exposure to CrossFit as a sport, and I gotta admit, now I'm just addicted, so I'll be the guy pulling up the CrossFit competitions on cable all the time. I watched one this morning. So, and it's just awesome. It's really awesome to see these athletes do what they want to do. If you haven't done it before, it's intimidating, especially if you have never touched a barbell before and put plates on the barbell before, it's intimidating. But being the strongest in the gym or the fastest in the gym isn't even what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to make ourselves, our own individual selves, better and then have fun doing it as a group. And that's how I see it here. Like, I'm 51, I'm not gonna be some world champion CrossFitter. But if I can improve myself a little bit every 3 months, I hit a new PR or something like that, then I'm happy as a clam. And it's a lot of fun. The people in this gym are just a lot of fun. So you have a lot of fun, a lot of socialization while you're actually improving your body and your mind.